Hello everybody and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. On the last episode, we were exploring Heimdall's underground, and now it is about time to meet up with Class 7. Is there any games that cover Calvary? Come to think of it? Because... Yeah, let's go. Because if Calvary has close to the same military power as Erebonia, there's got to be some kind of story there. Structurine. Have fun. Please send our regards to the old Class 7. Although it does make me a bit jealous. Well, it is the day that Instructor Reen has been waiting for so long. Please have a good time. You're gonna have all the babes there wrapped around this. What? Hey! Oh yes, if the Lady of One's Heart happens to be there, things can catch fire quickly. Really? Come on, there won't be any of that. Okay, I'll see you all later. You have your special ops missions to do tomorrow, so eat well and get lots of rest. Understood. Get out of here already. Oh, you don't plan on stalking me this time? How considerate for once. I like how they actually animated the fact that that is not a road, that is train track. Okay, let me shut this door over here because it's actually bothering me that it's open. Alright, let's have a reunion. The Bracer Guild's branch office is up those stairs and to the left. Is everyone there already? The guild's crest. They put it up again. And I sense a lot of people inside. Come on, let's go.
Ah, there he is. Come in, come in.
Oh, it switched his hair color.
Pardon me?
Oh, Reen! You're finally here!
Oh. Guess I'm last. Sorry to have kept you.
No worries. You're right on time.
Besides, we all know you had your field exercises to deal with.
Well, as fully grown members of society and working professionals, we should be in the habit of arriving 10 minutes early.
Says the man who waltzed in a mere 5 minutes ago.
The guild branch's reopening came at a good time.
Yes, I'm sure most restaurants are completely full around now.
I can hardly believe we were all finally able to meet up again.
I know, right? Especially since we're all so dang busy these days.
That's right. We'll certainly have a lot to talk about tonight.
Good grief.
Now, everyone. No need to dive into the serious stuff right away. Come on, it's our first big reunion since you all graduated. Let's cut loose a little.
Perhaps it would be best to start this reunion with a series of tender embraces. And not just among the women, of course. All your male classmates should enjoy the comfort of each other's arms, too.
What? Not on my
Hell
life.
no!
Sharon!
Same as ever.
Yes, it's almost a little surprising.
The time and place may be different, but in the end, we're all the same people.
Well, we have all been chatting it up on that app of ours.
When you put it that way, it kind of takes the drama out of things.
Oh no.
Fee, you grew taller.
Oh yeah, she did.
Lisa, you grew even prettier. And Emma, you grew even chestier.
I knew it was
I was
coming.
hoping you wouldn't mention that.
That hairstyle makes you look like an old man.
Dude, you're one to talk!
Green, you and Gaius are just way too tall now.
Don't worry. I think I'm done growing now.
Out of all of us, you seem to have grown the least, Milliam.
Excuse you! I grew one whole reach!
We finally fulfilled our promise.
Yeah. Elisa, everyone, thanks.
Oh, please. For what?
It's not like we all got together just for your sake, you know.
Machias is blushing.
Well, we are celebrating Reen's graduation, too.
Yes. After we had left, he stayed behind to uphold the spirit of Class 7.
Not to mention he's the one in charge of the next generation of Class 7ers.
It's been said before, but you truly are the core of our group, Reen.
Thank you for everything.
You guys.
We're starting to sound way too sappy.
Starting to. You guys have all been like this for years.
I suppose there's no avoiding it. Today especially.
In any event, we have the party set up in the back. I've prepared more than enough alcohol, so please enjoy, provided you're old enough.
Looked like she was looking at Millie.
Oh man, I get to have Sharon's cooking again. I can't wait.
I knew I smelled something tasty. Alright, give me the biggest, frothiest mug of beer you got!
You're nowhere near being old enough to drink.
They all proceeded to savor the delicious meal Sharon had prepared for them. Between bites and compliments to the chef, they shared what they'd been doing since they last met up. The adults had their fear of beer, some more than others, while the younger members enjoyed soft drinks. Together they flipped through the album, given Reen, and reminisced about the past. Afterwards, I believe I shall excuse myself now. Please enjoy the rest of your time here together, everyone. Thanks for all the food, Sharon. Yeah, it was delicious. Let's go drinking together again sometime. Alright, see you later. Is your mom going to be arriving here in Heimdall soon, Elisa? Yeah, she's taking a red-eye flight with grandfather. Both of them were invited to the party being held at the palace. It's likely Sharon went to go pick them up. However, it's just as likely she simply wishes to give us privacy. I suppose, after all, she's at least a little bit related to the things we're planning to talk about tonight. Yeah, I agree. Man, she's getting way too caught up in the past. Oh yeah, have we checked this place for bugs, mics, and all that surveillance-y stuff? Yep, top to bottom. There were many such devices found in Heimdall over the course of the day. Most of them hidden by the government buildings. With that in mind, we should get down to business. Indeed. Let us begin. A year ago, when all of us, save Reen, were allowed to graduate early, we promised each other that after 1 year had passed, we would have a reunion. Ugh. Yeah, it felt like so long ago, but time has really flown since then. Identify the path Erebonia is heading down, and determine how Class 7 will act. That is what you said we'd do. Yes, that night, after we survived the trial of the Riviera Corridor. When I first heard you say it, it sounded like your usual nonsense. To be fair though, we all had a bad feeling. The things we heard in the Infernal Castle the day we lost Crow, and everything that Chancellor Osborne and the General Governor said about the direction they're leading Erebonia in. About the phantasmal blaze plan that Chancellor Osborne stole from Ouroboros. We need to worry about both what's happening on the surface and what's going on behind the scenes. All the stuff we heard about then is finally starting to happen now. Indeed, the incidents that occurred this spring are proof. Let's begin by discussing the political situation occurring publicly. Yeah, I'm not really in any place to say it, but things have gotten pretty darn bad. I'm also curious what role Ouroboros and Calvard played behind the scenes in the Northern War. And the Imperial government's military decisions lately are just as suspicious. 12 of the new model railway cannons have been completed already. 4 of them were used to attack Ortis and were carried to Crossbell. They carried those enormous things all the way from the canyon. The way I heard it, they had a brand new airship with more than enough muscle for the job. 250 ARG class ship called the Gungantua, I think. I've heard the name before, and it seems like they're working on making even more of them. All the audits happening all over the place lately made me realize Mira, people, information, they're all being channeled into a few key projects. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, that's bad. The 8 Metropolis plan especially. All the tax money in the entire empire has been consolidated in Heimdall and converted into a never-before-seen amount of military funds. It seems pretty clear what's going on. Yeah, all of these things point to the same goal. The invasion of the Republic of Calvard. There's no mistaking it. Yeah. Calvard's spies being here only serve to reinforce that hypothesis. So that means their goal is not sabotage, but gathering information. Yeah, if they actually went and did anything, the war would be right then and there. They're probably trying to figure out the D-Day when the invasion's planned to start. just like I thought. Touring around the Empire, I'd heard rumors here and there suggesting there'd be a war. I wouldn't be surprised if my mother knew about this already too. Between the railway cannons, the new airships, and the mass-produced tanks and Panzer soldats, there's no way she could have greenlit all those projects without knowing what they were for. On top of that, there's a huge factory being constructed in Crossbell. Given all that, the question becomes, why? War between these two massive countries could ravage most of the continent. It's true that Erebonia and Calvert have been at it like cats and dogs for hundreds of years, but are they really just going to throw down? A war that size would bring international trade to a screeching halt, so none of the other countries are going to be too pleased. Besides, in order to start a war, they need authorization from the Emperor. There's no way he'd allow it without justification. Well, that wasn't an issue for the invasions of Crossbell and Northumbria. The justification was fabricated, and statements from other countries were shut down. The one who set all of this up is none other than Gilead Osborne. As his son, I think I have a unique understanding of just how dangerous that man is. You don't need to worry so much about that. I feel the same way about my older brother. Rufus Alberea, the head of the Ironbloods. I suspect he's no mere confidant. I wouldn't be surprised to discover that it was he who laid the plans for the invasion and the early stages of the wars. Yeah, I'd say the odds are pretty good. Recently, he's been acting pretty secretive with me. He's even been keeping stuff from Claire and Lecter. The most important thing being information about the Black Workshop. That name again. Yet another group lurking in the shadows of the Civil War. Both my brother and the Black Rabbit were linked to the Noble Alliance. If the invasion is the surface stuff, these guys are definitely one of the behind-the-scenes topics. And that said, the two are more tightly woven together than ever now. I think it's safe to say now that the Black Workshop is related to the Gnomes who once fought the Hexen clan. It seems they've cut ties with Ouroboros and have sided with Chancellor Osborne. They also hired the boss and that masked guy. He called himself Azure Siegfried, right? I can't believe it, but both the Masked Man and the Jaeger King flew off in what appeared to be divine nights. And between them and the Maiden, I get the feeling something especially ominous is building. Yeah, it all reminds me of the circumstances that led to the War of the Lions and the arrival of the Infernal Castle. Something very deep in Erebonia's history and connected to the Divine Knights. I discovered this while searching for my sister. As I've mentioned, the spirit veins in Erebonia have begun to pulse faster and faster. Just like during the Civil War. No, just like during the War of the Lions 250 years ago. Following the annexation of Crossbell and Northumbria, it's only started to speed up. It's this quickening of the spirit veins that's causing the Cryptids, Magic Knight, and Scarlet Femora grass to appear. I suspected as much. A link between the surface and what's happening beneath? From the sound of it, the only ones who know the full truth are Vita, Chancellor Osborne, Ouroboros, and the Black Workshop. Man, I wish my memory hadn't been erased. It's so frustrating not being able to remember anything from back then. I'm sure homunculi and combat shells are super connected to all that behind-the-scenes stuff. Oh, that's right. I forgot. The Black Workshop was where you were created, Milliam. Yep, I'm a homunculus, so I'm technically not human. But besides the part of me that lets me link with Lammy, my DNA is pretty much the same as any of yours. I'm starting to think my growth was stunted, though. Don't know how long my lifespan's supposed to last either. I've heard a bit about that. The Black Workshop. Unforgivable. Yeah, I'm glad we got Milliam and Altina from there, but I can't forgive them for playing with someone's life like that. Yeah, I've been starting to think that recently too. Like, I'm fine with whatever happens to me, but I'm worried about Tilly. I see. It seems you have grown after all. Alright, we got some information from the branch campus earlier. Why don't you tell us the details, Rain? Ah, you mean about the cemetery. Oh, that. We got the same report in the intelligence division. What happened? So, try to stay calm, everyone. Are you kidding me? And Angelica's brooch was there too? From the sound of it, everything leads back to the Black Workshop. Considering how the boss came back to life, maybe the same thing happened with Crow. Both of them are working with the Black Workshop? No, the gnomes? Are you saying they brought both of them back to life? Emma, do you know of any spell capable of performing such a feat? There is a forbidden spell known as the False Soul, but it was only ever attempted by wizards in the Dark Ages. It's never once successfully resurrected anyone. It was said that most of the subjects became fiends known as Nosferatu. Huh? That name rings a bell. If I recall correctly, it was the name of the creature we encountered at Lorraine Castle. Yeah. Back in the first game. I think we fought one in the second too. The Air King and the Masked Man are certainly nothing like that abomination. I guess there's a chance the gnomes were able to perfect the spell, but I doubt it. True resurrection is something only the goddess is capable of. I see. Trying to think about this stuff is making my head spin. Either way, something very strange is going on right now. And in the midst of it, Angelica and George have both gone missing. About that, I'm having the guild's informants look into their disappearances. Tell Toa to stay strong. Understood. Many mysteries yet remain, but that should be sufficient for today. We're starting to piece things together little by little. Indeed, we shall continue to look into matters until all is made clear. Now we need to decide as a class on what actions we should take.
There are two things for sure. We need to stop the war that's been building on the surface before it starts. And at the same time, we need to find out what's been going on behind the scenes and prevent whatever disaster's being planned.
I agree completely. Everything else might be really complicated, but those two goals are set in stone.
This is something only we can figure out, thanks to each of us having branched out on our own.
If we each make the most of our unique situations and pool information,
Together, we will be able to overcome any obstacle we may come across.
Right, no matter whether it's on the surface or behind the scenes.
We don't have many allies, nor are we alone.
Agreed. Let us find those willing to aid our cause. Wait, Milliam, are you okay with all of this? You do realize standing with us will eventually mean standing against your fellow Ironbloods.
that's right. Fighting cryptids and magic knights is one thing, but
Think this over and tell us what you want to do, Milliam.
You're gonna ask me that now?
Huh?
Milliam?
I don't remember anything before the past 5 years, but I started to think about some stuff. Like what I am, and what it means to feel sadness. I've been thinking about this stuff ever since I met you guys 2 years ago. I want to learn more about myself. I want to keep being your guys' friend. I like Gramps and Claire and Lecter, but I want to find out what I am on my own terms. I don't like the idea of the Black Workshop controlling what I do and don't know. Even if it means going against Gramps, I'm a member of Class 7 till the end. I'm more than just the Black Workshop's OZ-73, the Ironblood's White Rabbit, and an agent of the Intelligence Division. Reen, Eustace, Elisa, Emma, Fee, Laura, Elliot, Machias, Gaius, Sarah, all you guys. When I cried for the first time, it was all of you who held me close. I'll always put you, my friends, first.
Milliam.
I see.
I swear, I think that caught us all off guard.
I had no idea you felt that way about us.
You may not have grown much physically, but you've definitely done a lot of growing on the inside.
Agreed. In that sense, I think it's safe to say you grew the most out of any of us.
I suppose we needn't worry about you anymore.
It was silly of us to doubt her after all this time.
You guys just can't resist the chance for an inspirational speech, can you?
Well, now that you've decided what to do, you guys seem more determined than ever. For your more immediate plans, what are you all going to be up to tomorrow?
The new Class 7 and I will continue with our special ops missions. I think it's especially important we capture the Calvardian agents.
I agree.
If we let them roam free, whatever they do could be used as an excuse to start a war.
Yep, just like how Keldic was used to start the Northern War.
I'll continue playing my shows around the city and gather information.
I'll come with you and see what I can find too.
I'll keep following Grandfather and hit up some contacts of mine for info.
Celine and I will continue to investigate the spirit veins around Heimdall.
So the plan's for everyone to gather info, and then we'll all meet up and share notes. Yeah?
Yes. Let's stay in contact and be ready to move at a moment's notice.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Look at you. You're all so reliable now. But it's getting a bit late. How about we call it a night? I'll set up a call with everyone early tomorrow morning, and we can talk about our plans in more detail.
Yeah, sounds good. Get some good rest tonight, everyone.
Are you two racer types gonna stay here for the night?
Mm-hmm. There are beds on the second floor.
I'll be sleeping at home for the first time in a while. I assume the same can be said of you, Elliot?
Yeah, I called my sister. Gaius will be staying with us tonight.
Thanks again. I appreciate the hospitality.
Oh, I nearly forgot. We have yet to discuss your situation, Gaius.
Oh yeah, why were you
That's
unreachable?
We were unable to contact you for nearly half a year.
You were somewhere outside the country, right?
Yes, but it's quite the tale, so it may be better to leave for next time. We're gonna meet up again before too long, so I'll tell you then.
True.
I guess it wouldn't be fair if I heard it first, huh?
Oh, and I was wondering about that little blonde girl you mentioned seeing, Reen.
I was wondering about that myself.
You said she looked 10 years old. Could be a witch in training?
Well, that isn't right, but I guess it's not wrong either. She went missing and we've been looking all over for her.
Sheesh, her and Vita both just wander wherever they want without telling us a thing. But whatever. I'm sure we'll have to introduce you to her soon.
Now I'm even more curious.
Got it. I'll be looking forward to it.
Interesting. Oh. Yeah, last time that happened. I knew you would.
Something wrong?
No, just a nostalgic smell wafting around. I understand what I am, and the situation I'm in.
Is that so? Would it be selfish if I said I'd rather you hated me?
That question itself is completely pointless. Give me Albrecht's orders, Copper Georg. Tell me what role I'm supposed to play in tomorrow's act.
All right, No. Azure Siegfried.
Looks like there's no getting Lino back. Nothing we can do for him now. At least we don't need to worry about him leaking any info. We're all set with the Heimdallr Bank. We just need to hit the VIP area, right? But they're planning a huge sweep of the tunnels tomorrow, right? Yeah, they're going to declare martial law. They've got their 4th division here on standby, ready to go. Thanks to our Ramdas, we should be able to wait out the storm. We'll just need to keep a close eye on things and watch for our chance to escape. What is this place? One of Heimdall's underground crypts from the Dark Ages, I think. They wouldn't be showing this unless something was going on. Red grass? Down here. What? This grass? Nosferatu's. Hostile spirits. I'd rate your Ramdas. These should be no. We're surrounded. Ah! Well, I think some of them died.
Damned fools. I'm too late. Were that prodigal child with me, we might have dealt with this together. Between the gnomes and the snakes, there are too many plots in motion for me to stop on my own. Perhaps I need to create more kin. The day Leanne spoke of is close at hand. If nothing else, I must settle matters from 200 years ago before then. I vow it on the name of the final true ancestor. The one that failed to die. Crimson Roselia.
This is truly an honor. Here, a reward.
Ooh, domination.
Keep it up.
Lovely. Domination affects S-Crafts too. What's our current time? 30 minutes. If I end it now, it's going to be one of the shortest episodes, and I don't want to end it now. Even though it's like 3 a.m. and I have to get up for work in like 5 hours, but whatever. I'll live. I'll try to give it like 20 more minutes. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I just want to make sure we like get access to our stuff so we can begin our missions when we start on the next episode at least. After we captured those 3 agents yesterday, the rest of them seem to have become even more wary. Our reports say that a large number of them have collected their listening equipment and entered the underground tunnels. Yeah, as soon as the summer festival starts up, we're gonna lose them all in a swarm of tourists. It sucks, but the only way we're gonna avoid that is by using martial law on the Imperial Army. But if we bring the army into it, there will no longer matter whether the agents are dead or alive. We need to consider international opinion too. Not to mention, it will cause the citizens to panic right before the summer festival. I much prefer to settle this with arrests than with tanks. Agreed. Well, working with the main campus and the guild, we'll snatch them all up, one way or another. The entire branch campus will unite to take care of this crisis. Thank you. I thank you for your support as well, Lady Lee Gwyn, Professor Skimmett. I've also sent a new special request I'd like you to take a look at later. Understood. Please contact us if anything comes up. I certainly will, thank you. Alright, let's go over our plans. As of this morning, the Professor's communication wave amplifiers have been sent to both the main campus and the guild. First off, Orlando's team and mine will split up and go down into the unexplored tunnels on the west side of Heimdall. There, we'll set up the communication network while we hunt down and dispose of the Republic's agents. We're arresting them. It seems like they got some crazy new gear called Ramda. However, it appears it's only been recently developed, so they've not yet mastered its use. If the General and Orlando are in the field, I'm certain a platoon or 2 will be no issue. But on the flip side, if they've got any more guys than that, there's no guarantee you'll survive. I suppose they won't hold back then. The safety of the students should be our top priority. So please try to make sure you arrest the agents. Thank you for contacting us, Regent Arundel. If there's any further movement, please let us know. You got it. Well, good luck, everyone. With this operation and Class 7 new and old. On that subject, you got to talk about a lot of things yesterday, didn't you? Yeah, what are your friends going to be doing? They split up across the city to gather information. They might have found something, so if we run into any of them, we should check in. Got it. So we'll be patrolling the entire city. We'll need to determine where the agents are headed somehow. Alright, day 2 of the field exercises has begun. Let's get to it. Our time limit is 4 p.m. If the agents are not apprehended by then, martial law will be invoked. We will have results by then. The sirens won't be ringing today. Well, this is a very serious situation, though. This seems pretty serious. It is! We're up against Culvert's Special Forces, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Yes, Principal Aurelia and Instructor Randolph are both very experienced. Tita's orbital gear will finally be deployed in actual battle as well. I'm glad we participated in the testing. Looks like it'll be fun, but so does patrolling the city. Let's check the requests. Heimdall's Tunnel Monster. Mega Kraken. We'll definitely do that. Precious Cargo. Yeah, I don't care. Notice, Western Heimdall, if you can spare the time, patrol the Heimdall Airport and Kara Imperial Villa. A request from the girls' school? I'm patrolling the Heimdall Airport. Seems like we should go to the Kara Imperial Villa as well. Yeah, we may find some clues there. Taking into account the 2 places we didn't check yesterday, we'll need to patrol every block. Alright, let's begin the second day of our Special Operations missions. Yeah, you have to complete at least 2. So I'll do the monster and the girls' school most likely. But that. I'll go make some biscuits. Eat some biscuits before I get to sleep today. Oh yeah, before we do that, let's waddle ourselves out of camp. Oh, are we gonna head to the villa by bike? And what about the wanted monster underground? No, it'll be faster if we ride a special train from Heimdall Station to get to the villa. Since the wanted monster is underground, we need to head out from either the cemetery or the racecourse. Arrangements should have been made that will allow us to deploy from either way. Speaking of which, weren't there several forks in our path we didn't take during our chase yesterday? Indeed, the wanted monster must be lurking in one of those. Yeah, we get it. Let's get a move on already.
All right. Very well.
My turn.
It's my turn.
You keep doing this, Yuna. You keep trying to, like, invade the party. Didn't I say you were banned until further notice? I thought I made that expressly clear. Alright. This seems like a good enough place to call it, though. We actually made some solid progress. We finished our mission, our top for Class 7. I think the biggest thing that we're gonna need to figure out so far as for Class 7 is the Black Workshop. I think if we can figure out the Black Workshop, everything else will fall into order. But yeah, they're gonna be a pain. You can just tell. Alright, well, it is what it is, but that is all the time we have for this episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. If you like this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next episode.